Ciao everybody, Caterina here. Welcome to my home. Well, it's definitely Christmas around here. I love decorating this time of year. But what I love even more is saying that I'm having a birthday lunch for the most beautiful, kind-hearted, extraordinary angel that I know, and that's my beautiful mother. I thank God that I'm able to say those words. I'm having a birthday lunch for this incredible woman. And one thing that I'm going to be preparing for her is a Bubba cake. Really easy to make. The first time we had this cake was in Naples, Italy. Delicious. Now let's get started. Okay, you're going to need your stand mixer for this and a dough hook. I have 4 medium-sized eggs at room temperature. 1/4 cup of sugar. Okay, I'm going to give this a nice whip for a few minutes. Okay, a pinch of salt. 1 1/4 teaspoons of instant dry yeast. I'm going to start adding 2 1/2 cups of 00 flour, but I'm just going to do it at 3 tablespoons at a time. I have 1/4 cup plus 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter at room temperature. Now that I've added half of the flour, I'm going to start adding a little bit of the unsalted butter, and then I'll continue with the flour and then back to the butter. And I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of flour, back to some butter. Okay, my dough is ready. I'm just going to let the machine knead it for 5 minutes. Oh, the dough is magnificent, beautiful. I have a lightly greased bowl here. Now I'm just going to cover it with a plastic wrap and keep it in a nice warm place to rise for 2 hours. While our cake dough is rising, we can start with the syrup. I'm going to place 3 cups of purified water to boil. Okay, now that my water is boiling, I'm going to add 1 cup of granulated sugar. Okay, the sugar has dissolved. Now I'm going to add the rind of 1 lemon. Okay, I'm going to let it come to a nice boil. Okay, my syrup has been boiling for approximately 7 minutes. It's a beautiful color. It's ready. Now I'm just going to turn off my stove and let it cool. Okay, my syrup has cooled down. I've left it alone for about 5 minutes. Good enough. I'm going to put a 1/4 cup of golden rum to the syrup. I'm going to mix it and leave it alone until the cake is ready. My Bubba dough is beautiful. It's been 2 hours that it's been rising. It doubled in size. Perfect. I have a pan here that I sprayed and floured, ready for the dough. Okay, the cake dough is in the pan. Now what I'm going to do is plastic wrap it and let it rise for an hour and a half in a warm place. Okay, so my beautiful Bubba cake has risen. It's been rising for an hour and a half. It's beautiful. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to place this in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, I'm going to reduce the heat to 320 for an additional 20 minutes. Ah, it's beautiful. My Bubba cake is ready. It's beautiful. Look how gorgeous it turned out. Now it's been resting for 10 minutes. Now I'm going to start to add the syrup. So what I'm doing is I'm adding a few tablespoons of this into the mold that I took the cake out of. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back in. Yeah. And I'm going to let it absorb all that wonderful rum syrup. Ah, there we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pierce the top. Well, actually it'll be the bottom, but I'm going to pierce it. And I'm going to pour the syrup over. Ah, beautiful. And because the cake is still warm, it's just going to absorb all this wonderful rum syrup. Ah, beautiful. Okay, I'm going to be serving this wonderful Bubba cake with whipping cream. I'm going to save a couple of tablespoons from the syrup, and I'm going to infuse it inside the whipping cream. Okay, so I made the whipping cream that I'm going to have accompany the Bubba cake for my mother, and all I did was put 1.25 cups of whipping cream, the leftover rum syrup, which was about 1.5 tablespoons, 2 tablespoons of icing sugar, and 2 tablespoons of mascarpone cheese, and it's ready. I think my mother's going to love this tomorrow. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. You really must try this cake, and it's Caterina from my home to yours.
Ma, it's your birthday! Thank God! Chin na chintan. Mukampi na chintan. Absolutely. I love you, Mama. I know. Enjoy. It's your birthday, my queen. Ma, did I tell you that you're the most beautiful woman I know? Did I tell you? Everybody tells you the most beautiful woman in the world. You know why? Because you are. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to my queen.
Happy birthday to you.
Papa, che pensi della torta, Bubba?
Beautiful. You gotta make me better than this.
I will make it for you anytime you want. You ask me and I will make it for you. Ma, che pensi tu della torta, ma? Beautiful. You're delicious. Very George. I'm so happy. Happy birthday, Bella. Thank you. Sei la più bella del mondo. Thank you.
Don't forget to hit your like button, and if you haven't already done so, subscribe to my channel. Ciao!